My test interview segment for my journalism class, my News 233 class, that I'll be using to fulfill this assignment. And I'm going to be interviewing my friend Amelia. So I'm going to invite her to the stream and we can start going on some questions. So I'm just going to grab her account and then bring it in. We're going to be talking to Amelia about what marching band was like, what being in a actual marching band was like, and then we're going to conclude the interview after just a couple of minutes. So just a minute.
Hello.
Cool. How you doing?
I am pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm still adjusting to using the Instagram Live format. I've never actually used it before.
Yeah, I did like twice in high school to showcase like a live show choir band performance, but that was it. So I've never actually like joined somebody or anything like that.
All right, gotcha. So let's go a little deeper on that. Actually, you mentioned the show choir band. What was it like to be in a marching band for multiple years as you were?
It definitely prepared me a lot more for like life after graduation than I expected because in a way it is like a job during high school. You know, I had like required practice time. I had work to do outside of actually going to practice. You know, I had a section leader, drum majors, and directors, which kind of got me familiar with working with authority figures pretty regularly. So it prepared me in a lot of ways, and it was just really fun. It's a great outlet for people who enjoy playing music.
Mm. So what instrument did you play in band, and have you continued it in any capacity since then?
I played alto saxophone and marching band for 4 years in high school, and then 1 year in college. I didn't do it this year because of the pandemic. And then I played tenor saxophone for a semester my sophomore year for show choir band, and then bari saxophone for 2 years for advanced concert band. So saxophone, but jumped around on which kind.
Mm. Of those saxophones that you have played, I've played saxophone myself. What's your favorite type of saxophone to play, and in what setting?
Easily bari sax. I really wish I would have gotten the chance to play it for show choir band because in show choir band the bari would pair up with the low brass and like tenor brass sections for some pretty cool lines. But I enjoy playing bari sax a lot in my concert band. I would play with the tubas sometimes or the altos on saxophone lines. So the director kind of put me wherever he needed me.
Gotcha. So my marching experience going into band was a lot different from what yours was. Mine was almost always in parades, but yours was always in field shows. Can you run us through just how the field show dynamic is versus a parade style marching band experience?
Yeah, so it is completely different. From my understanding, at least, parade style marching bands only do parades, and they only have to learn the one direction of marching, which is marching forward.
That's correct.
Whereas when you're learning shows, it's more of an it's more of an artistic thing, I guess. Like
Hmm.
you're putting a theme on the field with visuals, music, props, the color guard. There's a lot more technicalities to it, I guess. It involves learning three different ways of marching and dance technique. And rather than just playing like parade tunes, we actually learn a show that revolves around a certain theme or topic. And then we have to showcase that in the drill that we march, which are like little pictures that we create on the field. For example, my sophomore year, we did a show about nocturnal animals and they're like what they do throughout the night. So each part of the show represented a different aspect of a nocturnal animal's nightly process, I guess. And we had grass props and like five different really big canvases that were prints of different moon phases. And we revolved it all around this one concert piece by Michael Kamen called The New Moon and the Old Moon's Arms. And so it was a lot more of an artistic statement. It was more of concert band, but on the field, whereas parade marching band is typically what you see in movies where they're playing parade tunes and marching straight forward.
Gotcha. I think that's all the questions that I have. You ready to log off?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you so much for
All
having
right.
me.
Thanks. Bye.
Have a good day.